Why did Emeka use Amanda for money rituals? Watch this and let us find out. Emeka was born and raised in the western part of Nigeria, in a modest home where his parents struggled to survive. His father was a retired civil servant, and his mother ran a small fruit business. Life was not easy, but they managed to get by. Despite their hardships, they instilled strong values in Emeka, emphasizing the importance of hard work, honesty, and perseverance. But as he grew older, he became impatient with poverty and longed for a life of luxury and power. When Emeka gained admission to the University of Lagos, UNILAG, his family rejoiced, believing it was the beginning of a bright future. But for Emeka, school was just a stepping stone to a different kind of education, the education of the streets. In his first year, he quickly realized that many of his wealthy classmates were not rich because of their parents' hard work, but because they made money through fraud, rituals, and dark practices. He watched them drive the latest cars, wear designer clothes, and live lavishly. The temptation was too great to resist. One fateful night, Emeka was introduced to a powerful native witch doctor known as Baba Olokun, a feared spiritualist who promised him wealth beyond his imagination. The condition was simple. He had to perform rituals, and these rituals required women. The more women he slept with, the stronger his charms would become, and the more money would flow into his bank account. At first, Emeka hesitated, but with his father seriously sick and lying lifeless in the hospital, and the influence of his friends flaunting money on campus, he succumbed. It started slowly. Emeka lured young women with sweet words, money, and gifts. Unbeknownst to them, they were part of his deadly game. As time went on, he lost all sense of morality, using charm and deceit to get what he wanted. His bank account filled up, and soon he was one of the richest boys on campus. He bought the latest Benz, threw extravagant parties, and was surrounded by women who desired his wealth. But Emeka's newfound riches came at a cost. Each ritual demanded more, and the dark forces he had aligned himself with could not be satisfied. Baba Olokun warned him that if he failed to continue the rituals, everything would be taken away from him, including his life. The fear of losing all the money and girls kept him going. He moved from one woman to another, taking their innocence and, unknowingly, their lives. Mysterious deaths began to occur on campus after every encounter with Emeka. Though people whispered and gossiped, no one suspected him. Then came a night that changed everything. Emeka met Amanda, a beautiful, innocent girl with dreams of becoming a lawyer. She was different, smart, kind, and untouched by the material things that had consumed most students on campus. For the first time, Emeka felt something unusual, but the forces that controlled him would not allow him to stop. He lured Amanda into his world, using his wealth to capture her heart. But deep inside, he battled with his conscience. The night he was supposed to complete a powerful ritual, which fell on a full moon night, something went wrong. As he performed the final step, using Amanda as the ultimate sacrifice, an unusual silence filled the room. Instead of gaining more wealth, he felt a crushing pain in his chest. Baba Olokun's warning echoed in his mind. If you ever fall in love with any girl, the spirits of all the girls you have used for rituals will come for you. At that moment, Emeka realized the grave mistake he had made, falling in love with Amanda. Days later, his wealth began to disappear mysteriously. His cars were stolen, his bank account was frozen, and his face, once filled with pride, was now filled with tears and fear. The people who once loved him abandoned him, leaving him alone. Worse still, Amanda's body was found lifeless, and the campus erupted in outrage. The authorities launched an investigation, and fingers began to point in Emeka's direction. Desperately, Emeka ran to Baba Olokun, seeking protection. But the old man only laughed and said, "My son, you were warned not to fall in love. The spirits have come to collect their debt." That night, Emeka's screams echoed through the city, and his body was found lifeless on campus the next morning, his eyes wide with terror. No one knew exactly what had happened, but there were whispers on campus that Emeka was a ritualist. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch out for more.